Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today I have a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm going to walk through how I installed the Roadmaster Battery Disconnect for towed vehicles. On the 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee, it's going to require the battery to be disconnected. Rather than getting under the passenger seat, disconnecting the positive cable wire or negative cable each time you want to tow the vehicle, adding the battery disconnect makes it easy because it's going to put a button inside the vehicle where all you have to do is push it when you're ready, and it's going to disconnect the battery and all the power inside the vehicle. Installation process is pretty simple and straightforward. The hardest part about doing it is mounting it inside the battery box where I mounted it. However, it really wasn't too bad. Other than that, you're just connecting a couple cables and then running your wire for your switch. This is what our switch is going to look like once it's mounted inside the vehicle. Again, when you want to shut your battery power off, simply push the button. When you want it to come back on, you're done towing, push it, it sends power back from the battery. You notice on the dash here, all of our lights are on. You push it, it's going to disconnect the power, then it comes back. Makes it much easier than having to get underneath the seat each time, disconnect the battery cable when you want to tow the vehicle, and then reconnecting it once you're done towing. This is what our battery disconnect is going to look like when it's installed. You can see where I installed it here in the battery box. It is going to be fused. It's all going to come how you see it here. The only thing you really have to do is connect your two cables to the battery and battery cable, and then run this wire and then mount your switch. Now that we've gone over some of the features, let's walk you through how we got it installed. Start your installation. You need to gain access to your battery. It's going to be under your passenger seat. Raise your seat all the way up, push it forward, and then pop the panel up. Next, you need to determine where you're going to mount your battery disconnect. I mounted it, there was enough space in this opening here where the battery is. I mounted it right to the sidewall. I did climb underneath and check to make sure there was nothing on the other side, and I just ran some self-tappers right through it. You're going to have one cable that is going to say battery cable. The other one is going to say battery post. All you're going to do is disconnect the positive cable from the battery, connect it to the cable that says battery cable. It's going to come with a little screw with a couple of star washers, and then take this heat shrink sleeve and slide it over the top, and then take your heat source and shrink it up. The other one that goes to battery post, you're just going to connect it to the battery post on the positive side of the battery. Then you're going to have ground wire, which is going to be this white one. I just grounded it right up here, same compartment, just ran a self-tapper right through the sidewall. Then you're going to have this gray wire that you're going to have to use to mount a switch. Now, where I decided to mount my switch is on the driver's side, which we'll show you where that is now. Now, how I got my wire over there was from the compartment where the battery is. I went underneath the carpet. These side panels just pop off. Start right here at this corner and pop it off, and then work your way to the back. And this is my wire right here. I just popped off the panel on each side, ran my wire directly across, and then he went up into up in the dash above the driver's side footwell, straight across. This is where my wire came out. I ran it behind this post, and then right up above this panel, and then popped this panel off on the side. Ran my wire up, strip it back. You're going to have a button that looks like this. You're going to have to drill a hole in the panel. What I like doing is using a step bit to do that, is then I can slowly open it up just enough where this fits in. You're going to have a nut that mounts on the back, and then once you strip the wire back, you'll have a power and ground wire. It doesn't matter which side they go in, they're not specific. Run it through, run your screws back down. Once you get that in, you can reinstall this panel. This panel just pops off as well. Once you get everything connected, you can install your 7.5 amp fuse into the fuse holder that is mounted right on top of the battery disconnect solenoid. Once you've got everything connected, you can test it out. Notice our dash lights, and then our lights here on the top. We push the button, they all go off. Push the button, they come back on. That's how we know it's working. It's going to do it for a look at and installation of the Roadmaster Battery Disconnect on a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee.